Alright. Hello and welcome you all. I'm Michael here to show you more one cover at a time. This is Devlog 45, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I meant to get the last one, didn't I? Oh my god, I got good news on the assembly table, so I feel like it's so weird that I feel like it's done. Trying to get that 2 stages and then being able to do the camel slice mud cake. There might be still something wrong with it, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being paranoid. So we can go like this. Shove this down. Just shove this down and make the base. And cook this. I might make another biscuit base because we can also now take away the holding item, which was I attempted to do that before, but in a different order. So I did it on the machine top. So that's the parent code of the machines. And then the second time I attempt to do so you can take away the biscuit base without getting a bonus. Now printing more items. The second time I did it from the assembly table itself. I'll show you guys the code in a minute, and then you can still make those beautiful camel slice. Feels so weird now, you know. I think the only problem we still have is that if I put like a milk chocolate in here, it will still come out as milk chocolate on the final product. But I guess if I just had all 3 milk chocolates without them being melted, it won't come through. You get what I mean? But I think that's just me. That's an undoing thing, completely like different from like the assembly table itself. Like that is a parent code problem that's been hanging around for a long period of time. There we go. Then we can cut this up, shove this bad boy in here. I feel like I feel like we leave it away. I feel like I'm waiting for the next problem to drop with this. Oh yeah, I actually speaking of like assembling and all that. So I've just recently yesterday I ended up cooking my mud cake, which was really exciting. I haven't iced it yet, but the mud cakes actually turned out quite good. Especially for ones that didn't have especially for all them not having egg in them. Like they turn out really nice. I did get some that deflated, but they were muffins, not the cake itself, so I'm not too stressed out about them. That's why I wanted to get like a really small cake tin so I don't have to, if one stuffs up, it doesn't mean everybody else stuffs up. You know what I mean? So at the current moment, I just need to ice at least the cakes. I don't know if the muffins will get iced and turn into cupcakes. Depends on how much remains and how, I guess, I probably won't make a new batch, but if there's some remain, then probably, yeah. I could also, the mud cake ends up being the dark chocolate mud cake as well. There we go. Look at that. Which is pretty interesting. Sounds better now for me at least. I don't know about you guys. Probably is for you guys too. I think. That one's my only like problematic child, I feel like that is like in an inconvenient place. I don't know what goes on with half this sound. I'm gonna be honest. Ugh. Must be something I'm missing. I don't know. I was not meant to do small cups. I was just getting distracted. The sounds exist. Ooh, this person wants caramel slice and dark. Someone's got nice taste. I was telling my sibling that the one thing I want this game to do if it ever gets famous, now you decide to work, huh? Um, is to bring back this culture that used to be like in Australia where you go to bakeries and they used to sell all sorts of things like biscuits and like cakes and all this, and like just general salt bread biscuits, cookies, and all that. Like they used to sell like a lot of small things as well, and muffins and all that, like, and cupcakes. Like, yeah, I don't know what happened to my periods, but I guess probably got too expensive to simply do make those things, or someone wanted too many like field workers and it got lost. Oh, whoops! I'm making two of those. I mean, it's. I guess you might not know what I mean, but you can kind of like understand like from outside perspective what I mean by that as well. Like, you can get your bleds as well. Like that was always part of like going to a bakery at one point. Like bakeries used to be a really big part of at least Australian culture in that way, where you can get biscuits, whatever the bread you want or need. I'm surprised, one thing I'm surprised that still like managed to keep going is the fancy birds through the bakeries. You know what I mean? That is one thing I'm surprised it keeps on going. Even these days, even like sausage rolls are like going down a little bit in bakeries as well. I guess you don't really see bakeries much more these days. You do see cafes with a bit of bakery stuff in there, but not really like that cafe bakery where you get coffee and like what a cafe bakery is probably somewhere that sells like pies, sausage rolls or something like that, or you know a range of cakes that isn't just like. I guess a lot of time bakeries tend to have more stuff that is pre-done over a cafe that makes the stuff then and there. That's probably the biggest difference, and maybe that's not working as well as with like. I guess actually this is a pretty interesting thing to keep in mind. So this by at least at one point a popular shopping mall area. They actually used to have one of these type of bakeries in there too. These, or at least one of these small bakeries that sell more detailed like treats. They're likely also the type of bakeries that sell fancy cakes as well. Especially around that period of time. Like, these days, if I wanted a fancy cake, say if I wanted to get a nice mug cake, it should be really hard for me to find one compared to around that time when they were more popular like that. When they had bakeries like that where they did biscuits and all that. That's something I miss is this, sometimes you don't, sometimes, you might be willing to spend like $2 on, a nice biscuit that it's nice, over like a croissant that is like, you know, easy $6 or more. You get what I mean? Like, and sometimes you want a snack as well. It really takes away from that market as well. Like, I want to top up on a biscuit while I'm out here. Or biscuit and coffee as well, like caramel slices. Like, sometimes you want a caramel slice and a coffee. Or Limited and a coffee as well. Down by Australia. Number one in this area, like around this area, is Limited are really hard to find. But talking about this like shopping area, bit of an outdoors shopping mall area type thing. that has its own card dependent issues. But I'm talking about the physical build of the shops. So it's pretty interesting when walking from outside the main hub area of the shops, like the center. There's like a range. So there's like a range where the cafes are, but the cafes don't go any further in. So you pretty much have no cafes in the center area. But then when you get past a certain range, that's when cafes start to appear. And after you pass that like barrier, there's like barely any shops or no cafes at all as well. And that's the most insane thing. Like, don't you have to take a step back and think, maybe the shops in this place is getting overcharged when the only shops in the main hub is you know, big brands shops and, you know, restaurants that can easily like turn over that fortune to use fancier stuff. Like, you get to a certain point where you have to have a fancier restaurant or fancier bakery in a way. Reason why what's happening a lot these days is like, that's the reason why they do more, you know, croissants rather than more biscuits, you know. If you know what I mean, like they want to make more out of what they sell, of a bake what they want to sell, rather than make something so they can make a profit from it. And there's also a lot of things that probably go into that as well, compared to like around that time. You know, I kind of want to see nice biscuits. Like, the only place I get nice biscuits is at home. I'm in the shop, kind of, but, you know, I feel like with the shop, they're okay, but never, like, as good as, like, something that's baked, you know? Like, there will always probably be a market of people who will buy, you know, biscuits from the bakery or something. You know what I mean? So click back on, do it. Yeah, I'm really excited to see. I'm finding bugs with this assembly table. But I'm gonna show you guys the code. Also fixed the other one. The problems where they weren't taking away my items were pretty easy to fix. I actually had to fix something in hotbar item as well. If I'm not mistaken. Seems to not affect the one by itself, but this one needs to have the else taken away, so I thought I might as well take that away. And this is all in one night. I mean, Saturday night. I don't know what was going through my mind on Saturday night. I guess I had a coffee and it was late. I don't know. I was coming right after starting to sew my pants, so I'm excited about to see what or my shorts. So I've got half a pair. I've got like pieces of the shorts and half the side pockets. I need to actually remember that I need to do the front side of the side pockets. Also got like smaller pockets too, like for, I guess, back pockets, but they might not be back pockets because, you know, I feel like back pockets become very useless. See how this one's got the else and it doesn't seem to, I guess the else works better because when you take away one, the house is greater than 2, so if it has 1, it will take it away. So in hindsight, I don't really need the else down there, but the else lives there. It lives there for now, you know? Oh, we also had... So I also had it. This is also placeholder if this item, if hotbar item dot equals placeholder. So I moved the placeholder if from where I had it in machine top, I think it was, to here. So then it has And I also created a new variable that says item is placeholder. And then if like that Dingo's fault, it's meant to come out or whatever. All this works more than the other. Oh, I don't know what it does. When we add item is placeholder is on the machine top. We go here, paste. See if so when we adding the things in, so we just go if item is placeholder is true, that equals false, and then we can say else place item. So basically what problem I had to make that variable so the problem so it doesn't like remove twice or have a small panic. You get what I mean? Some other things I did this one too. Can't remember what, but I think that's the main thing I did to the machine top. Oh yeah, I also added when I think it was when it was down here, is it? Adding to placeholder. Also made sure this line was not inside of here. So you had this line, it used to be inside of here, this function went here, this one, but then I made it one back and then worked off on there. Don't really need that bookmark anymore. And now I got it working to a satisfying point, so that's really good. I'm happy about that. Where we are. At some points, I felt like I was going insane even more. It's very satisfying, really, sometimes it goes to show that you just gotta keep at it. Like, I guess. Oh, we got a line. Another line. Ooh, that's the max line we can get. Yes, a good point out. God, I'm busy this morning. Look at this bloody willies. I think I should point out. I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say now. I really did forgot what I was gonna say. I did. This is problematic. I feel like on something that I don't know, something that I do wish is kind of does come a bit more back into like things. Maybe I'm just being blind. Is like tea. I like my coffee, but sometimes you get. I always find that sometimes you focus differently when you have tea. Sometimes it feels like. It's very selective sometimes. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, it could be a me problem, I guess. I need to find that in what's outside. I don't know. If any of you guys played the demo, and the fact, I feel like with the demo version, or the version that isn't like within the engine, tends to keep the sound settings better. Out of my personal experience. Speaking of which, you guys can wish list what's outside and play it demo version now. Hopefully, I want that out this year, Okay, I'm not gonna say say hopefully, it probably will come out this year. I actually did a bit of work on it yesterday, which made it so then you can navigate. I did like more work so you can navigate with the controller for the menu. I haven't quite got the look around on the controller fully working yet. And I also need to figure out what code I need to put in so that the game recognizes the controller and switches to controller mode. I was thinking of, at one point making the mouse very similar to what I'm doing the control at the moment, but then at the same time, I don't know, maybe make it different, Oh, I was thinking about that, like it'd be interesting just to whatever device you want to use, just to, make how you play that game different, Like the game's different, the controls are slightly different on mobile because, well, at the moment it's slightly different on mobile than something like computer or even controllers won't. That will soon be my next job. That's probably tomorrow's job actually. Today is just gonna be busy on the day of recording this. The day this video goes up is gonna be the day where it is. Whoops. I'm just making myself a cap. My favorite drink. Or coffee, say. I don't mind a good black tea in the bag. I mean, I like the tea leaves far more better than the tea bags, but if you're out and about and they're handing those things out for free, I'm not gonna bloody complain. I always tend to get one eventually. Yeah, why not, River, black, boom, put it in. Another sentence that might sound a bit strange if it's out of context. Feel like, What do we want to? Let's actually, you know what, and seeing if the assembly table fully works. Let's go and make Clemson mud cake. Yeah, I'll just say, oh, yeah, I was going to tell you guys, I remember that the mud cake needs the stovetop at one point. I totally forgot about this being a thing. So I have to go and fix that up some more on track. Basically, it's these four ingredients on the stovetop. I'm actually going to fix up my display a lot more too. You know what? Let's get mud cake there. Sponge, I mean. Box. How much I got there was 6. And then we also need biscuit base. What else do we want to? Log croissant has not been intermittent. I don't know why it's underneath biscuit. You know what? Let's make the Anzac biscuits. All the ones based on Anzac biscuits. Let's go. See, I might have to make another mix like this. What do we need? 1 sugar. Boom. 2 flakes. 1, 2. When this one works or not. And 2 flowers. 1, 2. So this one should be spelt. Please spelt. Kind of. I think I know how to fix that problem, but, let's go. Let's bring in the beautiful Anzac biscuits. Yeah. Look at those. Let's place those right there. Get rid of all these in the road. We're making things from scratch, okay? We're putting this on the floor. Don't ignore my health and safety wheels I'm making. No, we're making it all from scratch here. I was like, well, I'm gonna steal that biscuit base. And I was like, no. I'm making it from scratch here. I guess you guys did hear that part. Come on, dude. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna change it up and do sugar wheat. See, the sugar wheat's working. We've done plenty of tests with the spelt, you know. Oh, never mind. Clearly, something's still bugging in there. Oh, mine also, the ratios might have been kicked out of Dodge too from, you know, normal things happening. There we go. Now we got one there. I'm eyeing off that caramel slice above the counter. Here we go. This is what I got the pin system for. Oh, wow. I wonder, this actually brings me a very interesting. And when making the real caramel slice recipe, the ratio of butter is a little bit off. But in this one I did in the game, you can use a full butter. I need to... I guess that works. Kind of, not really. Bad. Really, that one actually runs into another problem. That's interesting. I need condensed milk. I'm just thinking what I'm gonna do. Here we go. I was thinking it's a bit kind of a bit annoying, like running around for the condensed milk. That thing's being more annoying to me than running around for the condensed milk. But in the same way, not too bad, I feel like. I really like this chaos. I feel like this can be overwhelming, but it's not like you have to have all this up. You know what I mean? There we go. I need more butter. Seems like sacrifice half of it. There we go. We got now. Look how far this game has come. Like, at one point we were not being able to do this. And it's insane. Oh god, it doesn't want to make my caramel slice. Well, okay. Oh no. I'm the problem. I'm the problem again. I meant to put 2 in there, and I'm the problematic bugger, okay? I don't know why the Buttermix keeps showing up, but the Buttermix does. Must want more Anzac biscuits. I mean, and I guess Anzac was a bit going. I would know that because it's closer than my birthday is, so this kind of date. Now, there we go. Ignore my problems for 5 seconds. Almost 8 o'clock. I guess we won't be making the other cakes. I like milk chocolate. I didn't get milk chocolate for my cake. I only got dark chocolate. I guess it depends, you know. Dark chocolate's nice, but milk chocolate's also nice too. I'm very much on the fence when it comes to this, you know. And now I need to actually do a lot more work on the stovetop. is probably my next place. I feel like this is very like refined. Oh, I'm jumping the gun. I was like thinking, why is there so many? That's what I was thinking. I was like, why is there so many suspects in there? There we go. Boom, look at that bad boy. Really, we need to fix the sugar weed or something to do with the pairing of the machines. Oh, this person wants double cam. That's nice. We still need to work out the value problem. Oh, whoops. I wanted to... I don't know where that one got me pushing away. I mean, pushing clean sounds like not too bad. You know? Ah. No, that's one of my problems that I have to deal with eventually. How long has it been? Half an hour. I guess it's for next time to see how the cakes go. I feel like it's hard to prepare for the sound, you know. In a way, I'm surprised I managed to get like Anzac biscuits from the place I almost got kidnapped at. It felt like, you know, pretty much. And that comes down to card dependency, you know. It really felt like that. Like that place was like, I'm just walking down a alley that isn't like some dark corner street alley. It was like out first only open. It's meant to be a walking spot. It's open. It's got like no walls. Either that or the protective suburbans or whatever they're called. Also, you know, like car dependent suburbia where there's this like protective. I've been in that area, so there is like a site in those alleys protectedness. I've only been down one that should be worse than that, and yet that one is the closest I've been to being in a situation that's uncomfortable. Yeah, I've only been down one that's like barely got anyone around it. Maybe that's the benefit. This one's nearby a shopping center. Maybe like one that where these people who go there have only seen the inside of their car pretty much and everything around the inside of their car, and that's it. Because the walk from the train station was very much like plain, empty, and forgotten. Is the best way to sum up what that type of environment was, and in every calm dependency environment it is like that. If you never walked around in those type of environments, then go out and have a walk around them because they are sad and depressing. Oh, now you decide to work. Black coffee is like very selective. Most the other sounds just not playing properly for encode reasons. That's my opinion. It's just like you know it whenever you run around. I don't know where that played twice. This person got double shot. I mean triple shot probably. I actually quadruple at this point. I don't know how many shots are in there. Probably still just double shot. I think. I might actually go get some coffee and I might actually get a cookie croissant later if I feel like still getting that. They have them for limited time. I was looking for like something to eat on like Saturday night. On this is much more happier news, I guess. I was looking for that on like Saturday night. And I noticed on one of the cafes where the signs were, they were closed for the night because this is like 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock at night, so they were closed, and which is fair, you know. I'm not expecting to be open that late. And they had the cookie croissant. You know, I don't think it'd be the best in the world, but you know, sometimes it comes to the experience. You know, I am curious how well they go together as well. This seems it looks like they're actually, I've seen multiple like smaller, I did see another video on it. Actually, I'm really only seen one video on it where, and then on the picture too, like I just got to see them in person, but they seem like they come together quite well, cooking together quite well, both the cookie and croissant, which is basically what you want. As long as they cook together well, that thing probably just tastes alright, you know, good, baked good. Not like, you know, world champion or anything type of level, but you know, if it's bloody good, it's bloody good. That's what matters. If you know what I mean. Hopefully it's not a small fortune. That's the problem I got now. Price was not on the board, and I kind of hate that. We want to know, like, what else you can get with it, too. And in my case, how much money I need to have in, like, my spending, or I guess my card account. Because I have two accounts. One is for, and then what I do is have, like, a small amount of, like, spending, or I guess not really spending money, but money on my, you know, buying card, or my card account. So, like, anything happens, it's not like or, you know, if all of a sudden you have to pay, or I had this happen before. I didn't mean to do it. Like, if you had a problem with person typed in too many digits and you didn't realize, something like that, it's not gonna go through, you know. Like, or, you know, someone steals it or anything like that. And also as a way of me separating from anything that, you know, I like to see if I can save, but, you know, I'm not gonna be too stressed if, you know, you couldn't save it type of level. In a way that one without. I basically have an account that is pretty much like, button has pretty much like, has limited access unless you use it through the phone to transfer money around. I also have my nice business card, business account. I mean, that actually doesn't cost me anything, at least. I still have the old address on it, so all the letters of that get sent to my parents. Like, I feel more comfortable, you know. This is, I feel more comfortable having their address on than having a address on that I might move away in like a year or something. I never know where I'm gonna end up wanting off to. I like how there's not enough time for baking cake, but I'm talking. Hmm. Oh yeah, have it. Oh, put those ones up. These look really cool, just seeing them from out here. What I need to do now is, oh, there's our first one into a problem. Difference between that one, so I'm so glad I actually did put the, so like the capital letters and then the smaller letters are meant to be, you know how you have chemistry and you look at the periodic table and they have a large letter and a small letter if it's the same word. So whenever you make a formula, you mix the two together. So H2O, that one's not a good example, but you got a capital H and it has a capital O to start a new one. So hydrogen and hydrogen what I said was hydrogen oxide. I'll get there. So I remember what the chemistry was. That one has two, and it's 2 hydrogen, 1 oxygen. But let's see. Oh, one for salt. Sodium chloride. Yeah, wasn't it? Sodium chloride. So you have the ones for sodium. Can't remember the symbols for sodium, but choline is Cl, if I'm not mistaken. It has a capital C and then it has a lowercase l. I've seen how good my memory works, isn't it? That's not too bad, but we might end it there actually. Before I get interrupted and all that. So I'll look at my spotlight, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And soon there's gonna be like, let's enjoy this moment of we don't have to worry about the half only worried about the work of the assembling table for the moment. And soon we're gonna probably start the stovetop again. I think overall the oven's probably fine. I think the next one is the stovetop, and I think that would be a big one to really fix the problems up. The stovetop. Oh, and coffee machine. I think stovetop coffee machine will probably be coming back around 10 too, so we can make single teas and add in chocolate and ice properly. We've got it half added in. I guess it's a start. I don't think there's anything up to one with the mixing bowl, kneading board, and chopping board. Chopping board might need a clean up, and assembling table might need a clean up as well. But I think, except for that, everything is going pretty good. Shop might be refined a bit more. So you can actually, I wanted to have the whole button to be like where you're able to click on it, but maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll just leave it like that. Since majority, if I come over here, if I clicked on the symbol, it's not. I was playing a game where it's just like you had to be right on that small icon, and you know you learn to live with it a bit. Actually, I might show you guys that game eventually because I bought it because it's meant to be like an more updated version, and you know like a bit of a variation of British. Which is good. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know. Something working. I don't know either. That one has to still come over here. To halfway. Yeah, it's a bit of an updated version of Spanish. There's also a black one I might show you guys. Hanging about one time. Not as interesting as the other one. But, you know, I guess not as interesting to, I guess, make a lot of videos out of as much as the other one. But I guess it depends up to you. If you really like black stuff, it'd be interesting. And then that ideas with tracks too. So yeah, with the what's outside also means that you can like use the arrow keys, use the controller to navigate this menu. I have to add this in for a couple of time. But yeah, with this bike game, this is basically, I guess it's much more nicer too as the player as well. Much more calming that you're just wasting yourself down the hill on a mountain track. You're taking your time, looking at the cool scenery. There's something nice about those type of games. I was like playing them once in a while. I'm not like, I'll probably, the game I'll probably play all the time will probably be more city builders or simulators of some kind, than that kind of game. But, I was like coming back to those type of racing games. Especially ones that are further away from cars. Like, I find motorbikes and push bikes tends to be something cooler about them as well. Like, they're much more unique in the way of driving than a car is. Like, the mechanics that you need, I guess the mechanics from the game development perspective is very different as well, but the mechanics you need to play the game and learn to play the game is much more than something with just general cars. But I even still like building the cars and all that. Like, I don't know, it's been a semi-interest, not really been like, the favourite die-hard game of them all. Like a game that you willing to do almost anything for type of genre of game, but it's been pretty good. But you know what? It's time for me to go, and time for me to let you guys go. Unless you're gone, fair enough. Don't forget to wish list what's outside, and have played the demo if you haven't yet. I feel like that demo was really nice and cool. And then eventually when the full version of the game comes out, there's going to be a few more things added to there. And there's another boss that was added and a power up that will be added. I thought I might as well keep it limited. Didn't want to add too much in there so it didn't take too long. But I did still want to add a little bit in there so that it was different and unique. And also controller support will be added into the first version. And I'm testing controller support, In my personal opinion, if controller support needs to at least get my pass, I kind of hate that with games that, oh, whoops. There was hair on the J. That's what happened there. I kind of hate that with some games. It's just like, you kind of have computer and controller input, but you don't make it good, and it's annoying as the player of it all. I feel like I play games where the keyboard controls are like all over the place, and then I've also played games where the controller controls have been all over the place, and that's annoying for both parties. So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't feel like to drive, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. Get excited to see more of this game. Like, this game has been wild and insane. Thanks for watching.